A signature by Levi Strauss bootcut jean at Walmart costs $20. Same parent company. Same Levi Strauss name on the label. Same stretch denim construction. But a mainline Levi's 311 shaping skinny at Nordstrom costs $69.50. Both jeans carry the Levi Strauss name, but one costs 3.5 times more than the other. The difference is not the denim. The difference is which building you walked into. 8 Walmart women's clothing items are quietly competing with department store brands at 3 to 8 times the price. 3 are not. The number 1 item on this list costs under $28, but matches a brand charging 4 times that for the same fabric origin and the same construction method. And that brand is probably in your closet right now. Same parking lot where you buy paper towels and bananas. Opposite end of the fashion spectrum from where you would expect to find it. 4 of the 8 items come from national brands you already know. 4 come from Walmart's own labels, designed by a man who has dressed Lady Gaga and Michelle Obama. Starting with the 8 items worth pulling off the rack, then the 3 you walk past, and the specific label tests that tell you which is which before you reach the register. Number 8. Signature by Levi Strauss & Company women's bootcut and skinny jeans. $18 to $25. A mainline Levi's classic mid-rise skinny retails for $50 to $69 at Macy's or Nordstrom. The signature line is Levi Strauss's Walmart exclusive brand. Same parent company, same corporate quality standards. The signature bootcut uses a cotton polyester elastane blend with the same stretch technology as the mainline. The tummy smoothing panel on the signature slimming bootcut uses the same engineering that Levi's charges double for in their 311 shaping line. These are consistently the best-selling jeans at Walmart. Over 4,000 reviews at 4+ stars. The word that appears most in the reviews is flattering. The second most common word is comfortable. Based on industry sourcing data, the manufacturing cost of a mid-rise stretch jean at this specification runs $4 to $6. At Levi's mainline retail, that becomes a 10 to 14 times markup. At the signature line, roughly a 4 to 5 times markup. The Levi Strauss name is on both labels. The only difference is the retail channel. The jeans your friend compliments, and you say Levi's. You just leave out the part about where you bought them. Levi's is a brand your closet already trusts. The next item comes from a name you might not associate with denim at all, but it has been quietly building one of the strongest curvy fit lines in American retail. Number 7. Sofia Jeans by Sofia Vergara. $15 to $30. A comparable curvy fit jean from Express costs $48 to $70. Lucky Brand charges $59 to $89. Sofia Vergara launched her denim line as a Walmart exclusive in 2019 in partnership with Denise Incandela, the same Walmart EVP of fashion who oversees free assembly and scoop. The line now includes over 100 items spanning jeans, jackets, tops, and dresses. The denim is designed specifically for women with curves, with higher rise options, wider hip construction, and stretch percentages calibrated for body types that most mainstream denim brands still ignore. Sizes run from 0 to 20 in jeans and extra small to 3XL in tops. The manufacturing cost on a stretch denim, curvy fit jean runs $5 to $8. At Express, that is a 6 to 10 times markup. At Sofia Jeans, roughly a 3 to 4 times markup. The celebrity name on the label is not a licensing deal where someone slaps a famous name on commodity fabric. Vergara is actively involved in fit testing and design direction. The jeans that make you text your sister a photo and she asks if you lost weight. You did not. The jeans just know where to hold and where to let go. 2 external brands down. Both denim, both carrying names your closet already recognizes. But the next 4 items come from a label most women have never heard in the same sentence as Walmart. One name explains why. Brandon Maxwell, Lady Gaga's stylist, Michelle Obama's designer, winner of the Council of Fashion Designers of America, Award for Women's Wear Designer of the Year. In 2021, Walmart hired him as creative director for 2 in-house lines called Free Assembly and Scoop. His brief was to design garments at Walmart's unit volume using premium construction specs from the same factory tiers that supply department store brands. Walmart's gross margin runs around 24%. Department stores operate at 35 to 50%. That margin gap is the entire reason the next 4 items exist. In September 2024, Maxwell showed free assembly and scoop at a pop-up during New York Fashion Week. Women in Manhattan picked up the pieces, checked the price tags, and could not reconcile what they were holding with the Walmart logo on the wall. Number 6. Scoop structured blazers, $30 to $48. A comparable Ann Taylor blazer retails for $140 to $180. Banana Republic charges $150 to $200. Both use polyester blend or scuba knit fabric with comparable structure. Blazers are the single most marked up category in women's fashion. The production cost on a mid-range structured blazer sits between $30 and $45. At Ann Taylor's price, that is a 4 to 6 times markup. At Scoop's price, the markup drops to roughly 100%, which is the lowest margin you will find on a structured garment anywhere in American retail. Independent product testers at CNN tested Scoop blazers and concluded that the overall fit and look is functionally the same as the department store version. The buttons are simpler, the interior lining is less refined, but the silhouette, the weight of the fabric, and the structured shoulders sit where they should. The blazer you wear to a work dinner and someone compliments, and you realize you spent less on it than on the appetizer. Now, everything we have covered so far costs under $50. But the next 4 items are the reason we spent 3 weeks researching this video. Starting with a national sportswear brand selling performance activewear at Walmart for less than most brands charge for a single pair of leggings. Number 5. Reebok Women's Activewear, $14 to $30. A comparable Athleta performance top retails for $54 to $68. Nike Dry Fit charges $45 to $65. Reebok sells a full women's activewear line at Walmart that includes sport bras, quarter-zip pullovers, leggings, and training tops at roughly a third of the Athleta price point. The Reebok Sport quarter-zip pullover at Walmart uses a 60% cotton and 40% polyester blend at a weight that holds warmth without bulk. Comparable Nike or Athleta layering pieces at similar fabric weight cost 2 to 4 times more. Reebok's arrangement with Walmart allows them to push volume through a channel with dramatically lower retail overhead than a standalone store or a department store floor. The production cost on a cotton poly blend quarter zip at this spec runs $3 to $5. At Athleta, the markup is 10 to 15 times. At Reebok through Walmart, roughly 4 to 6 times. The performance gap between a $30 Reebok quarter zip and a $65 Nike equivalent is not a gap. It is a marketing budget. The pullover you bought as a gym backup that became your Saturday errand uniform because nothing else in the drawer felt that comfortable for the price. If Reebok at $30 seems like a strong deal, the next item takes the value logic into a category where Walmart has no business competing. And yet it does. Number 4. Free assembly linen blouses and tops, $15 to $22. An Eileen Fisher linen blouse costs $120 to $180. J. Jill charges $79 to $99. Free assembly uses 100% linen or linen cotton blends at a fabric weight that competes with both. Linen is one of the hardest fabrics to get wrong. The fiber comes from flax. The quality is determined by the length of the fiber, the tightness of the weave, and whether the hems are finished or raw. Free assembly finishes their hems. The seams are reinforced. The fabric weight sits in the mid-range that breathes without going transparent. Manufacturing cost on a linen blouse at this weight runs $6 to $9. At Eileen Fisher, that becomes a 13 to 20 times markup. At free assembly, it becomes a 2 to 3 times markup. Eileen Fisher's markup pays for organic linen certifications, a sustainability report, and retail locations in neighborhoods where the rent alone could fund a small clothing line. The blouse survives a suitcase, handles humidity, and looks like you bought it at a resort boutique on a Greek island. $15. We are past the halfway mark. And we want to be clear about something. We are not calling Walmart a fashion destination. We are saying that inside a store, most women walk past the clothing section there are specific labels on specific racks built to specifications that genuinely compete with brands at 3 to 8 times the price. The next two items, followed by our number one pick, are the strongest evidence. Number 3. Scoop Ponte pants and scuba knit barrel pants. $22 to $28. Comparable ponte pants from Athleta retail for $89. Loft charges $69 to $79. The scoop barrel pants use a scuba knit fabric that stretches, recovers, and holds its shape through repeated wears without bagging at the knees. It really holds. This item went semi-viral among Walmart shoppers. The reviews repeat the same phrase, "Wore them every single day." The barrel cut is on trend, the fabric weight sits where it should for both casual and dressed-up wear. And the size range covers extra small through 4XL. Production cost on a scuba knit pant at this spec runs $3 to $5. At Athleta, you are paying 18 to 25 times that. At Scoop, roughly 5 to 7 times. What you save is not a quality compromise. It is a marketing budget you are choosing not to fund. The pants you packed as a backup and then wore every day of the trip because nothing else in your suitcase felt as good. If those pants seem hard to believe at $24, the next item adds a celebrity name and a boho chic aesthetic that has no right being this well-made at this price. Number 2. Jessica Simpson Collection dresses in denim. $15 to $38. A comparable boho chic dress from Anthropologie costs $68 to $120. Free People charges $58 to $88. Jessica Simpson launched her Walmart-exclusive collection in 2024 with over 100 items across dresses, swimwear, denim, and jewelry. The collection is not a fragrance-only licensing deal. Simpson's brand has operated for nearly 2 decades in department stores. Moving to Walmart was a deliberate distribution strategy, not a downgrade. The fabrics are soft stretch blends with quality stitching and functional details. Reviewer after reviewer flags the same surprise: the material makes it look more expensive than it is. Sizes range from extra small to 4X in sportswear. And the denim holds up to repeated washing without losing shape. The production cost on a women's casual dress at this specification runs $4 to $7. At Anthropologie, that becomes a 10 to 17 times markup. At the Jessica Simpson Walmart line, roughly a 3 to 5 times markup. The dress someone compliments at a summer dinner party, and you debate how much to reveal about where it came from. Under $30. At the same store where you bought sunscreen and a 6-pack of paper towels. If you are finding items on this list that you want to check on your next Walmart run, subscribe. Number 1. Free Assembly Italian Cotton Stretch Chinos. $22 to $28. A Bonobos Italian Cotton Stretch Chino retails at $98. Banana Republic charges $70 to $90. The free assembly version uses long staple cotton sourced from the same Pakistani mills. The elastane content is within 1%. The construction includes the same flat felled inseams and the same bar-tacked stress points at the pocket bag, the fly, and the back yoke. The chinos are not produced in the same factory. They are built to nearly identical specifications at factories operating on the same production tier. The Bonobos chino costs the consumer roughly 4 times more for the same fabric origin and the same construction method. Based on industry data, the manufacturing cost on an Italian cotton stretch chino at this spec runs $7 to $10. At Bonobos, that becomes a 10 to 14 times markup. At free assembly, roughly a 3 times markup. The extra $70 at Bonobos pays for a direct-to-consumer website, a fit guarantee program, and a marketing operation that targets a customer who would never think to look at Walmart. The chinos that look like you spent $100 on them because the factory that made them assumed you would. 8 items that compete, 3 that do not. Both sides matter, because if you only know the hits, you waste time digging through racks that are not worth it. And if you only know the misses, you walk past free assembly and scoop without stopping. Number 3 on the skip list. George women's blouses and dress shirts, $8 to $14. George is Walmart's entry-level line, originally launched in the United Kingdom for Asda and brought to the United States in 2007. The fabric runs polyester rayon blends at 110 to 120 grams per square meter. That is lightweight commodity fabric that pills underarm friction within 20 washes. The construction matches the price, which is exactly the problem. The price is low, but the garment will not last a season. Number 2 on the skip list. Time and True synthetic activewear, $10 to $18. Polyester spandex blends under 150 grams per square meter. No moisture wicking technology, no 4-way stretch construction. The price is appropriate for what you get. But what you get is the shirt that sticks to your back after 30 minutes of walking. If you want activewear from Walmart, look at the Reebok rack we covered earlier or wait for free assembly to release their seasonal athletic pieces. The house brand activewear is not there yet. Number 1 on the skip list. No Boundaries women's denim, $12 to $16. This line targets teens and young adults. The denim is thin stretch fabric with high synthetic content. No bar tacking at stress points, hardware that discolors within months. If your daughter or granddaughter likes the style, the price is fair for what it is. But do not mistake it for the quality level that Free Assembly, Scoop, or Signature by Levi Strauss deliver. The difference between a $15 No Boundaries jean and a $20 Signature Levi's is not $5. It is a completely different construction philosophy. 3 lines to skip. George entry-level blouses, Time and True synthetic activewear, and No Boundaries denim. They exist because the price tier exists and the construction matches the tier. 8 items worth buying. Signature by Levi Strauss Jeans, Sofia Jeans by Sofia Vergara. Scoop blazers, Reebok women's activewear, Free Assembly linen blouses, Scoop ponte and barrel pants, Jessica Simpson dresses, and Free Assembly Italian cotton stretch chinos. 4 of those 8 are national or celebrity brands selling through Walmart's lower margin retail channel. 4 are designed under Brandon Maxwell's creative direction, produced in factory tiers that also supply department store brands, and priced on Walmart's margin structure instead of a department store's. Next time you walk into a Walmart, do not browse the clothing section by aisle. Browse by label. Pick up the garment, pull out the fiber content tag. If it says Free Assembly, Scoop, Signature by Levi Strauss, Sofia Jeans, Reebok, or Jessica Simpson, you are holding a piece that competes with brands charging 3 to 8 times more. If it says George, No Boundaries, or Time and True on the synthetic lines, you are holding the price tier those labels were built for. Read the tag. The tag is the cost code. Let us know the Walmart clothing item you own that surprised you the most in the comments. The women reading them need to know which racks at their nearest supercenter are worth a second look and which ones to keep walking past. We follow the price tag, not the brand name. Subscribe so you do not miss the next one.